Zlatan, if this is it, what have you thought about your time here?
It was the best. Easy. So imagine if I don't play in MLS, who will you talk about then?
Right. So apparently reports have it that talks are sort of cooling off in the culture.
You know I'm very expensive.
Absolutely. And the Galaxy's got plenty of money. So can we expect
Does
to see
MLS have money?
Yes. So give the money to Zlatan. Can we expect to see you here next year if the money is?
No, it's not about money. I was joking. What happens next year, I don't know. I mean, if I stay or not, I think for MLS is good because the whole world will watch it. If I don't stay, nobody will remember what MLS is.
I have a problem with that.
I saw you on digital earlier today, Brian, and you don't normally get angry.
Yeah, I think it's demeaning. And it takes away from what this league has done in 23 years, the people that have been a part of this league. And really, to me, it stands out as a way of making people who don't necessarily understand soccer in this country or aren't fans of soccer in this country think poorly of MLS. And the fans who actually know soccer outside of MLS think even less of it. And when the league has come so far, there's been great players that have played in this league. The league continues to grow. It continues to flourish. You have 3 new franchises coming in, Miami, St. Louis, Sacramento.
Don't you think you've been a bit paranoid, Brian?
I'm not being paranoid. That sound bit went everywhere.
This is Zlatan.
Stevie, that sound bit went everywhere.
So what?
What do you mean?
Well, so what? This is Zlatan. Zlatan's talking about Zlatan constantly. Zlatan's only interested in Zlatan. And Zlatan's basically saying that nobody will watch MLS because Zlatan won't be there. Well, do you think anybody's saying, oh, Zlatan's saying MLS is complete nonsense? He's not saying that. He's talking about him constantly.
He just said that no one will remember MLS.
Yeah, but I agree.
Brian, you've been prickly, you've been paranoid.
I'm not being anything.
Just because he said that.
Listen,
people that are just going to watch, people that watch that game and listen to that interview are going to go, well, there must be nothing then, because Zlatan said that.
You don't think it's going to get people to change their mind or think a certain way that don't necessarily know this league?
No, you'd be paranoid.
No.
Totally paranoid.
Listen, the man is a soundbite and a half, and when he makes sense,
of course he is.
I'm going to agree with it, and I'll say that's great. But when he says something that is going to undermine,
how often does it make sense?
Quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bombshell, but quite often you can see where he's going for this. So there's only 2 things that he gets out of this. He either gets a better contract for everywhere else he wants to go, right? Or he gets LA Galaxy thinking, wow, we really need to have this player more so than we even thought before. Because I said this on the thing, the digital hit. He's a great player. He is someone that can have a positive effect, can make a team better, that can win games on his own. But the last thing I want him doing is, and if I'm on LA Galaxy, even more so, undermining what I'm doing and what the league's doing.
Right? Yeah, but maybe I get all the expansion stuff that's happening. I'm not quite sure how that's going to strengthen the league, though, Brian, because I think it could be a dilution of a product that's already getting diluted because you're arguing more and it's difficult to get more quality in. I kind of know what you're saying in a way with Zlatan, but he ain't going to change. He doesn't believe that himself, you know what I mean? But he believes he is very important to this league. But at the end of the day, I'm critical whenever I have to talk about a Major League Soccer in certain aspects, and it's generally the standard of defending and stuff like that. But it's actually, if we just take that aside, they've come a long way. So you're absolutely right. You look at the stadium, you look at the fan base, you look at what Atlanta are doing with it. There's all these different clubs. Minnesota, way up there, who had a first season of struggle. Then this year they had a really good season. There's lots of good stuff happening with Major League Soccer, out with sometimes the standard of the play. What Ibrahimovic saying isn't going to have a
Some team is going to go out and sign another superstar in 4 months' time.
Exactly.
And nobody's going to remember one iota that he said anything about MLS being nothing.
I want to welcome Gab Marcotti into the show because, Gab, this isn't the first time Zlatan's done this, of course. While he was in France, he did exactly the same to Ligue 1.
Yeah, in fact, I'll do you one better. Nearly 10 years ago, he left a very small club called Barcelona obviously fallen out with Pep Guardiola and said, wow, now that I'm gone, and remember he'd only been there a year and been knocked out in the semi-final of the Champions League. He said, wow, now that I'm gone, these guys aren't going to win anything. They're screwed. The party's over. And of course, we know how that one worked out. Now, obviously, there's no Lionel Messi, as far as I know, at the LA Galaxy to pick up the slack. But look, Zlatan says these things. I don't think it's worth getting bent out of shape. It's part of the character that Zlatan Ibrahimovic plays.
But listen, at the end of the day, we have never, and not so much, but people that follow Major League Soccer and are really keen and enjoy it, have never talked as much, probably for a good, maybe even more so than when David Beckham was there. They've never talked as much. Okay, there's a rivalry with LAFC now, and Carlos Vela had an excellent season. But the whole Zlatan story, good and bad, has raised the profile. Unbelievable, because people just talked about it all the time.
And I disagree with you there, because when David Beckham was there, my wife had all her friends calling, hey, can I go to a game? Can I get tickets? So you're looking at, what I'm talking about is the soccer fan base here in MLS, the people that are already fans, they know that whatever Zlatan says is, whatever, right? I'm talking about the people who don't understand MLS and who, quite honestly, overseas think very lowly of it. Those people, a comment like that is going to affect. You can't compare Barcelona.
If they don't understand Major League Soccer, they're probably watching the big European leagues. That's probably why.
But doesn't everybody understand Zlatan?
You're actually forgetting one important thing.
Everybody understands Zlatan and who he is.
Yeah.
Do they?
This is Zlatan being Zlatan, and what he's trying to do right now, he's trying to leverage more money from Major League Soccer in order to stay next year. This is exactly what he's trying to do. They may not understand Major League Soccer and the level, but they understand Zlatan, and this is what he does. He has a history, a track record of doing this everywhere. Now, Major League Soccer, Zlatan and Vela, this whole rivalry is taking it to another level. I'm with Craig on this. We did yesterday on Deportes, which went all over Latin America because of Vela, because of Zlatan, because of this trash talk, because of the way he is. I think people at this point of their lives, his career, understand who Zlatan is. This just comes with the territory.
But do you not think that what he said was true, that it's not really about the money for him? Or is it? I mean, the guy must be a gazillionaire as it is, and if he really wanted the big money, he could probably go to China and make 10 times.
He wants to be compensated properly. He wants to be compensated properly. If he's 38 years old and he thinks he's the best and he's scoring 30-plus goals a season, he wants to be paid. If he really feels he's the best, he wants to be paid like the best. That's what Zlatan is. It may not be about money, but it's about pride.
Gab, where's he going to be?
That's a great question. I mean, he could pretty much write his own ticket. Now, I don't think it's a coincidence that we've already seen a little bit of a Zlatan road show over the past 2 weeks or so. He's been linking himself to, or he's been being linked to clubs back in Italy, from Napoli to Milan to Inter. Some whispers about clubs in England as well. I think, look, Mino Raiola knows what he's doing. He's going to take his time. He's going to see what's available over on this side of the pond. There's also flights of fancy, the romantic option, a Boca Juniors type thing, maybe teaming up with Daniele De Rossi. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe you go to China for the paycheck. Maybe you stay in LA. He says it's not about money. I don't know. He's obviously not going to earn what he did before. If he has his heart set on something, I think that's what's going to matter most. Remember too that about Zlatan, wherever he goes, the Zlatan brand, leaving aside his salary, will generate money for whatever club he goes to. And I think it's only fair that he gets a slice of that. But I just really think he's going to take his time and he's going to figure it out.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.